what it looks like from there. And then we will start the
Oh,
show proper. There will probably be an echo while, oh no, not yet. Because I gotta wait for that notification to say, we are live.
we're live.
I think so. Yes.
Why did I have to ruin the mood? You have your live in my room. I never mind. Oh, now I'm more pissed. So the Mayu, because I'm on the Stardom news thing. They announced who's gonna play Mayu, and I was thinking, why would it not be Momo Kogo, or at least have Momo Kogo as like the stunt double, you know? And then it said Yuri, which is the Stardom ring announcer who looks exactly like Mayu. I was like, okay, well, that's cool. No, it says she. I don't know what she is. She might be like in certain scenes or something, but starring Mayu Utani, played by this other bitch. What a letdown.
That'll happen. All
Oh,
right.
my,
Well,
in
apparently
my
it's
in my
working.
ideal
Hi,
world,
boys.
in my ideal world, it was gonna be Yuri because she looks just like Mayu, and then Momokogo is gonna do all the wrestling.
I thought it made the most sense to have sorry, trying to look for something else here. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I thought that it was gonna make more sense or at least be fun if it was a Komomo, and then it could just been like Mayu teaming up with Mayu. That's
Well, my
who's the
my
better
head
Mayu?
canon. Well, since we were doing the tag league, when I was like going, since we were doing the tag league starting up, I was thinking that I used teaming up with Momo Kogo. Every match, she should have just started dressing more and more like her. Wouldn't know who
Hmm.
the real Mayu was.
I know, with the real Mayu, please stand up.
You might as. All right, so we'll get Kumaref going, and then we'll rank the red side or the blue side, and we'll get those gifts going. A little celebratory thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
The reason.
So I think yeah, and then we'll sort of intro proper. Oh, I got which is good because I don't think I started recording yet for the podcast, so that works out well. As usual, anyone that's here, if we assume the tag league already started, so it's usually like us whenever we preview an event that it's usually already happened. So that's it's usually pretty fun.
The tag league has already started, and we're doing our preview,
Yeah, what the hell, right?
which
Well,
makes me think.
there's only so much time in the week.
I wish that there was less matches, and we were like, all right, we're gonna do our predictions, and like they've already started the tag league, and we're wrong.
Well, it was super. That's what made let me get my recorder going. It says three, two, one. I gotta sync my stuff here. All right, we're good. The um, what made the Cinderella one so fun is that we were behind, and we just did our entire bracket when it was already probably a couple rounds in, right? And then we caught up over the weekend, and then it was like Monday, and uh, right something like that. So we're like, oh well, our brackets are busted already. Might as well do another one. And then I don't think we still picked the finals. But I think when we were predicting from the semifinals, we were still completely missing.
Yep, that's definitely what happened.
All right, so that looks like it's gonna look, I believe. Um, anyone watching, feel free to help produce and let us know if any of the sounds or our voices need to go up. And with that, I'll say welcome to the Stardom Fan Podcast. I'm Mark.
I'm Tommy's future water boy.
You and Utami's future water boy Juno, and tonight we are going
I
to.
don't see Kumaref dancing around on the screen.
Oh, you know what? See, if I minimize it, it might not have done that. So let me. Is he going now?
Guy goes through all the effort do a Kumaref because you asked for it.
Did I? And
Maybe I
tonight,
maybe I came maybe I came up with the idea myself.
well, it is pretty cool. There's nothing like having a ring and your referee dancing, Kuma ref
Oh, there
style.
he goes. Kuma, Kuma, Kuma. Maybe we'll throw the teams in the ring. Do some polls.
Yeah, that's what the ring's there for. It's an all-out brawl, baby. We have and the all-out brawl is going to be the 12th Goddess of Stardom Tag League. We have our teams announced, and Juno would probably go through them shortly. And if we have anything to say about the teams, we'll go through that. And then we're just going to sort of go through who we think's going to, how the red side's going to shape up, how the blue side's going to shape up, and who is going to win this thing. Spoiler alert, why is it going to be Utami and Saya Kamatani?
Losing to the correct team.
All
All
right, buddy.
right. Let's start with the blue side because I think it's the weaker side.
Did you want to hit? Let me the thing might stop dancing for a second when I bring it up here. Oh, sound is good. Thanks. Hey, the few people that showed up already, thanks for showing up. And it's funny, Enigma pops on, and it's all about Azumi. Well, not this time. And Abzo Doba. It's funny. We were talking about you the other day. Me and Juno were watching the the what was it, New Blood? And
Yeah,
when you're watching a replay, it still shows the chat from the live stream. I'm like, does this guy ever sleep? He watched this show live. We saw you chatting on there. We're like, oh man, we'll have to get up for in live stream and chat with the friends during the next New Blood, right? That sounds fun.
we were looking for anyone who does the live streams. I'm like, hey, I wonder if anyone else is watching New Blood.
We're like, oh, we saw that. We recognize that person, but I'll get your ref dancing again. I'll go back to that main screen there. And what do you got, buddy?
But what's good, bud?
Did you want to go through just a quick who we have? leading. I
I
like how
don't
that
know.
blows up. It makes me laugh.
I don't know all the team names, if I'm being honest.
Well, we can make them up as we
Um,
go. I think that makes it even better.
so first off, we got Raka and Etsuko Tora. PMI 2000. That what I
if
read somewhere.
if that's not the real name, it is now. BMI 2000, baby.
And we got oh, right. You just got to go ahead and break this thing. We got Miyu
Oh,
Amasaki and
sorry, I
Azumi.
undid your thing.
What's up?
I said I undid your thing. I got a little loading screen in the middle of mine. See, there we go already. We're playing with a new program, and if there's any nerds like us that are D&D fans, we're actually playing around in Roll20 of all things. We're like, you know what?
Just
D&D
a
and
load,
Roll20 is good for
just a load
everything
screen.
else. What's that?
They just had to go ahead and break it. No, it's just there. It's good. I don't know why there's a loading screen, but it works out.
Okay, we'll leave the loading screen on there. I'm afraid if I reload it, what'll happen? I'm gonna do it. All right, no, I won't. All right. Sorry, I interrupted your teams. Go for it, buddy.
Uh
A little strobe light action. That's all right.
oh, oh okay, that's why. I was
Zoom.
doing the
Oh
little
my God! Doesn't that figure? Azumi broke the fucking app already.
oh my
It
dumbass
was
broke the
working
app.
fine all night while we were testing it out, and look who comes in and breaks the app.
Asumi and finger gun Mew.
What's that team name?
Um, no. probably the winners. Then we got you, I think, and Nane Takahashi. I
Uh,
like
oh,
one of
great.
these.
I like none of them.
The translation, the translate instead of saying wrestler, everything comes up as players, and now it's just in my head. It's calling them players.
Who's playing the next match?
Hi, Himmy.
Yes, that's got to be a fan favorite. Oh man, oh no, it's this team's pretty.
And we
Half
got
of this team's pretty cool.
the other half is infected the live stream. We have the two-time reigning defending tag league champs.
Oh, the Wild Hearts, baby.
Oh, Wingori, Saida, Hanan. We got Ami and other Ami.
No, it's Mariah and other Mariah. Or yeah, it's Mariah.
Got
Oh,
magical. We got magical Ami,
an
other
ordinary
Mariah,
Mariah.
other Mariah.
Other Mariah. I don't know which one's which anymore. One of them like
New
stole a
eras.
belt. Oh, look at these two.
The only picture I could find of them too. They're gonna be a great tag team.
Are they? I don't even. I don't even think Saki wants to be there.
What makes
She-
you say that?
She's like, where do Nagi go? She was good for something. She put up with Mina.
No, it's magical Ami and other Mariah. Enigma, or it's Mariah and other Mariah. Going on to the red block. Yeah, so what I was doing it backwards. Is like I was holding down the command and I was just making it strobe. I'm like, oh, apparently you just click something and then do it. You got Mafia Bella over here, Thekla, fucking Julia. Like they're gonna be so ridiculous.
I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love some Thekla. I'll tell you that much.
um, name of this the what was your job? You're supposed to research who the new girl was. The match of
um,
the year with Hanan.
yeah, you keep calling it
Decided.
match of the year and you forgot her name.
Hmm?
That's all right.
Eh, Shuri and her pet project.
Sure, Shuri recruited a new blood girl. That's how much she thinks of her regular God's Eye team.
And then we got Tam and her pet, Natsupoi. Which why does it make sense? Why does the champions get to compete in the tag league? Although I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't the champions be in it? Aki and Fook again. They're stepping on.
Yeah, I think so. That's funny.
Real odds-on favorites. Black Desire. Real favorites. Peach Rock.
Awesome.
Mayu and other Mayu.
I like
Mayu.
I like Mayu. I like this team.
ADC and My Sakurai. My Fair Lady.
You know what? I'm not sure if they deserve their own tier yet, but they're getting close to. Wasn't there a story where they were definitely neither one of them was happy to be with each other?
Yeah, what? This is their. This is them. This is how they came out for the tag league, slapping each other. And Lady C made a good point. She's like, why are we even tagging together? I don't want to be in a tag team with you. Sakurai's like, yeah, that's what I said. Like, you shouldn't be in a tag team with me either.
That's awesome.
Then Lady C, and then because I think they tagged one time, and
During the Lady
Lady
C
C
losing tour, she tag teamed with everybody.
yeah, Lady C must have like accidentally like their shoulders down. That's those rare times that she lost. She was blaming Sakurai. She's like, if it wasn't for this bitch. And then the real winners of the tag league. Spoiler alert.
Look at these two. If not, oh man, they'll end up with a match of the year award. They'll end up with the best tag team of the year award. Yeah, here we go.
All right, so What do you think? I definitely think the red block is way stronger.
Uh, yeah. Well, I don't know.
But
We have Wild Hearts and My Himi.
all right. Well,
There's two good
Kuma,
teams on the blue side.
Kumaref's got to give it a rest. All right, Kumaref around.
Kumarov, calm down.
But let me just. I mean, I threw them together in a pretty random fashion, so I might as well throw the first two teams in the ring here. While we're talking about it, since another GIF going. We got. I don't know what we're doing. Are we doing like? I don't know. I know it's like round robin, but I'm like, we might as well use the ring.
Well, you got the ring. You might as well use it. I was say. I mean, obviously, it's just quick. I was. It is late, and maybe we are just going to be sort of in and out and chit chat for a little bit. But uh, yeah, I was thinking about doing what we normally do, is just sort of start from the ground up and see what we think. So usually we would start off by throwing a few people in the ring that you'd think would be in the bottom three. So Azumi
Ooh.
definitely is probably there. And the BMI
Um.
2000. And
Okay.
this will be the
Yeah. All
fight for
right.
last place.
Might as well do bot. Yeah. Let's do top. Let's do who we think are bottom four. He's definitely top four.
Yeah.
The two-time tag champs. Such that I don't know the stats on the tag league. I should look that up on the successful. Like, if you win the tag league, do you win the belts? But I know that Ogama and Hazuki have won the tag league and the belts the last 2 years, so they're top four.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Nene, Takahashi, and her tag partner are probably going to be in the top four.
No. Well, they'll either be 4 or 5.
I mean, I feel like making her a big deal for some reason.
Well, because she was a big deal.
15 years ago.
Yeah, but you know how wrestling fans are. They get all excited about the people they used to watch.
You got the future right in front of them. Man, who's probably the last bottom four. So okay, I'll let you choose. Actually, we don't really have to choose, unless you think that my favorite tag team to be in the
Unless I
bottom
think they're going
four.
to be last. Oh man, we could almost judge it by their by their. I always have it handy because I had a fun time keeping the standings. We could judge it by how many their points. Like, well, Saki, she ended up with 10 points, and then we had Mina in the 5 star. What did Mina have? 8. Yeah, they were definitely on the bottom, so they're gonna finish on the bottom here. But I don't think they're gonna be
Mm,
last.
definitely not gonna be last.
No.
I'm liking me some magical Ami.
For last?
Or oh, I like her.
Oh.
Not sold on other Mirai though.
Well, one is. Yeah, there we go. There's that bottom four probably makes sense. One is I keep losing my train of thought. I'm sorry, it's late. Oh, the Mirai sisters. Well, one was a Cinderella, and one is like the new future. So, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Making a poll, so keep going.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, I don't. I actually think last. No, you know what? I was gonna say last would probably have to be
Oh,
Ruaka's team, but with the return of Tora, she'll probably have to be in the top of the losers. We're gonna end up putting Azumi's team a little bit lower than she'll probably end up. Is that for who's gonna be last? Is that poll for last?
You don't vote for last. I know
Oh, who's
the
the best
Zumi
of these
lovers
teams?
are gonna rig the ballot.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know. Vote for whatever you want. If you want to be last, you want. I was assuming the most votes is in the like
Is
we do like most votes is number 4.
all right. Most votes is the best of these four. Well, the best of these four, I agree, and it probably is the Azumi team 02 line. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
It should just be called the Fighting You. Rah rah rah.
She's not even
And
she's not even gonna get to go against Thekla. That's a shame.
yeah.
I think realistically it'll end up being 02 line. It'll end up being BMI 2006. Seventh will be the Angels, Wild Venus, and I'm guessing that unfortunately Hanan and Saito will be in last place in the blue block. Although I would like to see them finish in the top three or something awesome, but I'm not sure if that's
Um.
going to happen.
Well, the problem is Saida doesn't know how to count to 3. Really good at being a gorilla, not very good at winning matches.
This is not a count. She doesn't need to know how to count.
You know those biceps. Ugh. Yeah, the Azumi, the Azumi respect army, but it's tied. Oh, Venus. Yeah, there's too many to like the math. There's like 120 matchups, and I was like, so we can't predict anything other than like I'm guessing we'll like the two we think's gonna win the blocks and the whole thing.
Ami
Let's
wins the
see.
futures and gets automatically likable. I think she was already likable. She was just ordinary. But now that she's got some bling and a slightly new outfit, or a
Magical
redone
Ami?
outfit, the magnificent one.
Oh my girl, Magical Ami.
Ami 1, Ami 2.
She's got a sick jacket that makes her look like a Power Ranger. It looks like she got out of Sherry's closet. Her looks sick. I wish they would let her talk.
She probably can't.
And I don't even remember. Does she have a? Does she get theme music, or does they just start the match with her in the ring?
Already in the ring.
But it's looking like, you're right. Being gory. Number 8.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then it's shape the vote is shaped up with the way it should.
Followed by, Kumaref. No, Kumaref, get out of there. Oh no, you interfered. It wasn't very fair. I'm surprised Miyu gets 6th place. Are they wrestling every match in Kyoto?
O2 line ended up winning the vote.
Get a vote. Oh, at the last second.
Yeah, we did notice when you see that was probably the first time we saw her by herself. Or we saw her a few times, but at the
They
New
wrestled
Blood,
in Kyoto.
she had her own thing, her own song. I like I like that, and I think that makes this top four probably right. You know what? I'd hate to admit it, but I think O2 line probably is four, and uh, Ami 1 and Ami 2, the Ami sisters are probably going to end up at number 5.
Yeah, maybe. Oh.
All right, but we'll shape it up. If we got to switch it around, we got to switch it around. So, let's just say the worst out of these 4 is the old people.
If I had to pick, yeah, the I'm gonna go ahead and say I do not like. I don't like them at all. I don't even know if they have a team name. I just feel like they come into the company and they're not gonna just make them lose every match.
I actually like Azumi's team better than them. I said that out
I
loud.
like every team better than them.
What have they done for us lately? Beat up on Lady C?
Um,
Is that what she did this year that was really impressive?
Jack shit. Oh,
All right, move Azumi up. I say we do it. Uh,
fighting Amis take a huge lead.
for the win?
Start this poll. I mean, honestly, they belong in last place, but that's not going to really happen.
Number
I
one
think
and
Julia.
number
I
one and
think
two
Julia
is gonna
thinks.
be Wild Hearts and My Himi. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Um, Probably. Do you like the story they could tell with Ami and I challenging for the belts 80,000 times and losing? Yeah, now you got to go ahead and win against every other tag team in the company if you want another shot, which probably won't happen.
No. And are we at the point where are we sick of the Wild Hearts? I mean, what did they win last year and the year before? And they've had 3 title reigns in a year or something like that. My Himi hasn't had the belt since
Oh,
Julia and Shuri screwed him. What, 2 years ago? And by screwing him, I mean beat him fair and square in the middle of the ring. But still,
and
don't. What do you challenge your teammates for?
just look. How do you not want my Hemi to get the win?
Oh, I don't not want it.
I'm wait if going to the red block. If Tam and Natsupoi, who's confused. So, what happens if Tam and Natsupoi? They get to just choose whoever they want to fight? I feel like the thing I need to see is my Hemi getting their hands on Natsupoi.
Oh yeah,
Oh, there you go.
it is always fun to work backwards and see what the finals make sense. And my Himi, yeah, but I don't know. I don't think. I don't think that the Angels or any version of the Angels are gonna win.
I like how this poll is shaping up, even though it's got 7 votes, because I said it makes sense for even called like they're wild. What does FWC even stand for?
The
Suzuki and
It stands
Koguma
for
to
the
be in the
motherfucking Wild Hearts, baby. effing
oh,
effing
it's
Wild
for
Heart champs, wild champs.
wild wild Uma.
I think that's right.
It's like, yeah, you'd think they should just be in the finals again, but I don't know.
Why is Ami
It's the
going so
poll
high?
magical baby.
That doesn't make any sense. All right, but I like the finish. All right, so the way you
Because
have it
they're the
right now is
because because they've wrestled more tag team matches together than the whole rest of Stardom combined.
oh well, I mean maybe that's not completely true. I mean we have my Himi, Wild Hearts.
My Himi hasn't wrestled a tag match together in Himi.
But they're wonderful.
So they're gonna win the tag league.
Oh, so why the other two so high? So just to make sure we like where we have here, and I actually think 4 and 5 should switch. But number one in the blue block going to the finals, we plan to
Well,
see.
well, okay. I don't know what's happening here because you got the Azumi love today. You're saying that Azumi and Miyu, there's just something about Miyu, but she's gonna lose. I agree with you that they're a better team, but they should be below because somehow Miyu's gonna ruin it for Azumi.
Well, also, I mean, the fact that they just like rolled out of bed and threw on flannels ahead of the press conference, they're just too cool for school. Everyone else dressed up and looked in their, how they wanted to look for their tag team and match, and they were just like, whatever.
Well, I think you got it wrong. It's unacceptable to tag with Miyu and not be dressed up in like Gucci. But I like it.
What we have for some reason. Yeah. The making the switch, and then we'll see. Because I actually don't. I think 2 and 3 should switch too. But as it stands
I
right
think
now,
five and I think five. I think 7 and 8 should switch, and 5 and 6 should switch. Being honest.
yeah, that's probably right. Tora's got the big comeback. Ruaka will get a couple. Ruaka can get carried a little bit.
Or is this Hanan's big break?
Well, now that she's not the futures champion, she's supposed to start winning. The problem is Saida doesn't win.
Oh,
She wins bodybuilding competitions.
oh man, I had my lady C at the comment section out there. Let me slide my lady C over. She's been going the whole time.
Oh, now I moved it. Now I moved the thing.
Going to move lady C back.
It doesn't matter. The only reason I have the comments even up there is one, if depending on, if for some reason somebody watches on a TV, it's there, and then it'll work when I chop this down to a video that makes sense for like the podcast. It's just fun to have the chat up there for podcast reasons. But
Like
yeah,
having lady C over in the corner looking up at the power rankings.
yeah, she
Fuck is
also
this?
looks. Actually, I can see her like staring at the same numbers, like 2 and 3, and also looking confused. She's definitely like, that's weird.
I do think 5 and 6 should switch.
Oh, I don't think Mina and Saki are gonna be higher than Tora and Ruaka.
That's not correct. But you can think that. The only reason she's even in the tag, I don't even know why she's in the tag league. She's gonna get her ass kicked. Tora is by Utami, and then go back to. She can't. She's not even the leader of Oedo Tai anymore. Like, what has she even got? We were worried she was gonna beat Utami for the red belt, but Utami doesn't even have a belt anymore, so she can't even. Did beat. I mean, she can't take nothing from her. Except her pride. I just love this picture. This picture is great.
All right. That picture
I'm
is great.
swapping them.
Well,
That's
if we're
right.
gonna keep moving things down, I mean, should Hanan, the future icon, really be in last?
That's what I said. Are you really arguing that the boy shouldn't be in last place?
I just don't know that it makes sense. I figure like she's gonna have to be book strong, but maybe not. They're big girls. They're gonna be slapping people all over the place. Although it would be fun to see Saida like throw a couple body slams around on him.
Hulk Hogan.
And she might not have the shoulders, but Hanan's like 3 times the size of Saida too. So it'd be fun to Hanan could probably pick up
I
Ruaka like a child.
like how Sebastian puts it. Etsuko Toro has cool contact lenses. That's about it.
Yeah,
He
I
stole them
like the
from Starlight.
yeah, I like the
Oh,
bleach
it's got
blonde bowl cut too. Timmy.
it's yeah, it's really flattering to look.
All right. Well, if we're keeping it like this, we have in first place my Hemi. For some reason, in second place, the wonderful team of uh, Ami and
Ami and Mariah and
Mirai, the
I mean,
future
for some
Cinderella.
reason, the Cinderella and the future of Stardom.
Yeah, she's done a lot with her Cinderella uh, status. Number
Either
3, and
she's
it's an
other
upset
Ami.
at number 3, is the Wild Hearts. Number 4. Oh, what are we calling this? Oh, 2 line with Azumi and I don't even know the other girl. Miyu? She wrestled 3 times this year. Number 5. That is way too high to put Wild Venus.
Lucky I
Saki.
didn't. It really should in the Tag League Blue Block Finals. Being honest, now I like this picture because it's like the only picture they have together. Akita wants no part of it.
I actually like yeah, I don't know. I don't like anything about it. Yeah, team uh old ladies. Coming in at number 7. No, what does that make them? Number 6, with number 8 being BMI 2000, and we're gonna have all the way in
Oh,
last place Hanan and
don't quite.
Saida.
Those numbers don't quite add up, but yeah, that's enough.
Let's book over to the other side.
Look the other side.
Let's see what the red belt's gonna make us look like.
Let's
The red,
see.
not the red belt, the red side, red side, red side.
Let's see. Some Mika bear pose. Always makes it's good for the soul. All right. This block is loaded. But fortunately, someone has to come in last place. It's probably my Sakurai and Lady C. It's in bottom 4. Saki and Fukigen, that seems like a bottom 4 team. But it could also that also seems like a tag league winner team. Like they're the roll ups are like undefeated.
Saki and Fukigen. That seems like the type of team that is gonna have. They're gonna be in and out in less than 2 minutes every night. Roll up, Kishikasi, roll up. It's gonna be amazing. I'm so happy that they're teaming together. I
Hmm.
get half the matches. They're not even gonna break a sweat. It's gonna be awesome.
Shuri and what the heck is her name? Probably know that, huh? If you don't know your name, you're probably in the bottom 4.
Yeah, see, this isn't good. See, what we have to do right here is think: can Shuri beat any of these teams by herself? Both the teams that are in the ring now, I say
Well,
yes. If it was 2-on-1, she could.
yeah.
I I also think, given the right
I
circumstances, and if she was mad enough, she could beat Julia's team by herself also. And Natsupoi.
I mean, nothing would make me happier than Natsupoi and Tam losing out. That's like gonna be
I
top
would
2.
love that too, yeah, but they're gonna end up too high.
They're probably ending up in the red block finals.
No chance. All right. Well, you know what? This was easy. So these are definitely the final 2. With unfortunately, Lady C is gonna team Lady
Oh,
C.
Shuri
Sure,
is
he's not
that.
gonna be under. Yeah, yeah, the red belt champion. I mean, it's a tag league though. I mean, but looking at the other teams that are actually
She's
tag teams.
doesn't mean she's a. Have you seen? All right. To be fair, have you guys seen the people she picks as tag partners? Not the best.
Well, that's why I said, like, how many of these teams can Shuri beat by herself? I mean, just a lot of them. And you are right looking at this red belt. Every team, every team would be in the top four
Karate Kid. Yeah, call
on
it
the
a
other
Karate Kid.
side.
Yeah, every team in this is better than my him. Everyone else besides my Hemi. Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
be close.
Yeah.
Yuri by herself is at least 2 or 3 by herself if she's in the blue block.
Shuri could beat
All right,
every team in the blue block by herself and need a
we
little bit of help
need
versus my Hemi.
we need a final bottom pick.
Julia and Thekla. I'm also thinking
I'm
maybe
not.
the Icon and Komomo because the Komomo maybe she has to carry her a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. Thekla hasn't wrestled. She's coming off an injury. She's got probably has a little bit of ring rust, even though she looked great the other day. Oh, I don't think the Angels are gonna be.
Black Desire,
Oh, Black Desire's got to be damn way high up there. They're like
but they're not a very good tag team.
they've held the belts. They have wrenches. They're finally gonna
They
listen to you and put the tacks in Starlight's ears. There's gonna be headbutts going on.
dude, find a way to fit a cookie sheet in the overmask. That's all I'm asking. Wrestles with an overmask one of these times. You're like, huh, that's a new. I don't know why she's doing that. And then she ends the mask with the headbutt, and there's like a sledgehammer.
Yeah, that's happened before. Some steel plates.
Or at least got a. Ref always checks the ears, and I'm always thinking like, what are you gonna fit in the ear?
Yeah,
All right, all right, Chad. Who's bottom? Who's the last bottom four? Komomo is the best of the scrubs slash young girls. Ow, she's a scrub.
she's fun.
And
She's
what
like pretty much one of my favorites.
is one of
So
my
endearing
favorites
and
too.
like I don't
No.
know, her moves are pretty like unique and cool. Great drop kicks, like literally drop kicks from everywhere. It's pretty awesome.
Komomo has to carry Mayu to the correct team locker. When you're the Stardom icon, you don't have to know where your locker is. I'll carry you to your locker. That's probably true. All right, we're getting a lot of Komomo, so I don't know if that's Komomo love or Komomo. Someone said it. Mr. S says Komomo Mayu. Fair enough. Hey,
I just want to see Komomo versus fucking Saki. Saki's hitting me. I'm so happy.
she gets choked by Saki, and Saki gets weirded out and stops because she's smiling. Then after the match, everyone's making fun of her, like, "How are you smiling when Saki was choking you?" I wasn't smiling. I was gritting my teeth and bearing it.
All right, and I'm happy with that top four. I'd
Um,
probably be happy. Whoops. I'd probably
I
be
haven't.
happy if like even uh, like you said, this red block is pretty stacked. That and you can almost see any of these in the top four. That's what makes this one a little fun. But unfortunately, I think it's unfortunately for Lady C that this isn't a solo power ranking. So I believe the Lady C tier has been retired. For the moment, it will be
Sakurai.
back.
My Sakurai is gonna cost him a lot of matches. That's for sure.
It's-
Um, but I think Fukigen and Saki are last place.
oh, I don't like that.
They can win. They can win. You see, it's not a single elimination here. You gotta wrestle 7 matches. Last place could be 4 wins. I don't know how the math checks out on that. Last place can be like probably 3 wins at least.
All right. Well,
We'll pick up a couple of wins, but it's not like they're serious tension. I don't.
all right. Well, let's just put it this way. So, out of Lady C and my Sakurai, or out of Saki Kashima or Fukigen, which team has at least one member that has pinned the world champion this year? Mm-hmm.
Um,
And which team
don't
has
recall. I don't
uh,
recall Lady C getting a chance.
fair enough. And
Okay.
which team has
Can't count a good lady out.
out of those two, which team has at least one wrestler who has defeated the Icon this year in less than 20 seconds?
Not Fukigen, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean they're not gonna get along. They can't even get a. Oh,
Oh no!
but
What did you do?
that's a little preview. A little taste. All right, feeling Saki and in at number 7.
I think they get points. Are they really called My Fair Lady?
Yeah,
That's my favorite thing in the world.
yep, they go up to 7 just for the name.
Uh, Maybe, but
It's gonna be amazing that they're gonna fight the whole time and probably somehow win a lot of matches, or they're just gonna fight the whole time and lose. More than likely,
and you know what? If Fukian and Saki Kashima were in the red block or in the blue block, I'd put them at number 3. Probably
for
any
one.
one of these, right? I'd put at number 3 in the blue block. That blue block. That's how strong this darn red block is.
Um,
Oh, see, unfortunately, this isn't who we want
putting
to win. Of course, we want
putting
My Fair Lady
Mayu
to run away with this thing and become the champs in December, but that's probably not happening.
probably is happening because our power rankings are always atrocious. For as much Stardom as we watch, we sure don't know anything about it.
Well, we're that's why we're called Stardom fans, not Stardom News. That's the
um,
tagline.
I think that Mayu, they're in the bottom 4. But I'm like thinking about it. Momo Kogo is a crazy person.
Uh huh.
You think she's gonna just wrestle like her god Mayu, her the Stardom idol?
Well, I say these might fit in there also. So maybe Thecla and Julia could be number 6.
Uh, oh, we're just there to have fun.
But Julia's got to stay strong going into December too, though, doesn't she?
She doesn't have to do shit.
Yeah, they do look pretty gangster, though. That's for damn sure.
I like. I don't like the Karate Kid. We're gonna.
No, but the red
Yeah,
belt champion's going to be that low. It's tough. But you know what?
she
Don't
can
take
beat
away all the
single.
belts. Singles belts mean nothing during the tag league. That's right.
She can single handedly beat the bottom 3 teams, and that's as far as I think she can go.
I think Julia could single handedly beat, or I think Shuri could single handedly beat um, Thecla and Julia, which is why it's going to be a cakewalk in December. Yeah. Wow. Maybe no. I don't
Maybe
hate. I
yes.
don't hate it. Go Bobo in the icon over the red belt champ and the winner of the 5-star. Yeah, it's tag teams. I do like this. Well, I like some. I do like the top 2.
You got Kuma going all over the place.
Yeah, if there was a theme of the day, is the welcome to the Kuma cast.
Welcome to Kuma fan.
That's fantastic.
Um,
Where's Julia's Kuma?
um, Well, that's for the end. That's my motivation to like own in a family fashion. The tag champs, they're not winning the tag league.
I think
So
Black Desire ends up in third. I think it probably
they're
comes down
either
to the final night. I mean, who knows? I don't really know how the schedule is, but if I'm booking this, the final night is Aphrodite and the little Cosmic Angel team there.
we're booking it backwards. Okay, there we were gonna get to this conclusion anyway.
Hmm. And on the final
Aphrodite
night,
in the
they're
final.
probably going to end up fighting.
You gotta face a you gotta face a heel team, so obviously it's Tam and Natsupoi.
They're the biggest heels in my eyes.
Eight. And Starlight and Momo, how they're the biggest baby faces in Stardom with the assault charges.
It doesn't hurt they look cool. They look ready to fight. They're not there for fun and games. But then again, apparently, apparently
My
neither is
favorite,
Thekla and Julia as they're looking at doing a drive-by on their way to the ring.
my favorite thing about Oedo Tai is like from this picture. This is the picture they did for the tag league. Like they always look like really beautiful when like no one asks them to. And then it's like for like the 5-star opening ceremony, they're all trying to dress like princesses, and they just walked out in like hoodies. Fuck you! Don't tell me how to dress.
That's fantastic.
And for the 5-star press conference, everyone was wearing the 5-star jerseys, and they're like, "No, we're just gonna wear our street clothes."
I have one quick
Oh,
correction in the chat, if I would. Everyone chit chatting, it's awesome. It's fun to read, and you guys are fun. Enigma writes, it took Koguma jumping off of a cage for you guys to be fans of Koguma. There's a slight correction.
oh,
I
oh.
ended up being a big fan of Koguma. It lasted about 3 weeks.
I am a fan of. What I am a fan of is Mika being a fan of bear pose.
Dude, for what it's
That's
worth,
what I'm a fan of.
this is actually, yeah. I mean, you could maybe that's our Koguma hate is that we have Kuma everybody except for the actual high speed genius. There's the person whose gimmick it is the only up to and including the ref we have Kumaing. However,
Nothing makes me happier than
not the baby bear herself.
yeah. I just get such joy out of Mika liking Guma doing the bear pose itself.
Himika's funny.
But in the main event here, we have Aphrodite. Anyone in the chat know why it's Aphrodite? Capital E. So why is it not my, him, me? If anything, it should be the E at the end of that. As much as it pains me ending any other way than my Himi getting their hands on Natsupoi, gently setting her down in a corner, and then beating the shit out of Tam Nakano and taking their friend back.
The winner of the tag league gets Natsupoi. Natsupoi on a pole match.
It's probably been pitched by Rossi.
It's like what we do is we grab a scaffold, and on top of the scaffold we put Natsupoi, the fairy, and makes sense. And then they all fight, and whoever goes and grabs the fairy keeps her.
There is no way Risa Sarah has ever done a bear pose. It's happened. It's left my brain because it's break it.
Yeah, where's prominence during this?
Probably shopping at Home Depot for more light tubes.
Yeah, you're that. Yeah, causing more scars on the poor girls. Man, they're so sad. Aren't they young too? Was it like fucking blue Risa Sarah or is it red Risa Sarah? Which one's Suzu? Suzu? Like, didn't we look it up? She's like 22 or something, and she's already all scarred up. I'm like, why are you doing that to yourself? You're actually a good wrestler. when you fight Saya Kamatani.
Right? But
Boy had a
unless
forklift. the, the first person to successfully drive Poi out of the stadium keeps her.
I hate to do that. Oh no. Sorry. I can't even notice a little X on him. Lost. I like those tag leagues.
You think My Himi's gonna beat um, Utami and Saya Kamatani?
I'm not even sure that Saya and Utami to the top 6, to be honest. But they're definitely, if they make it to the finals, they're not winning.
All right. Well, let's put it this way. Let's I don't like that. I do think that My Himi. let's just rethink the finals. It's either it's in my opinion the blue side is either My Himi or Wild Heart. So let's definitely keep My Himi there. And then, like, who would be a better finals match? Do we need a bad guy team? Does it need to be Black Desire makes it?
Does it need to be Tam and Natsupoi?
No, it can't be because they can't. They need challengers. Oh, you know what? That does finally make sense. You kept saying My Himi needs to get their hands on that little fairy and steal her back and beat up Tam Nakano for brainwashing her to the cult of Tam. So now, when My Himi wins the tag league, they challenge for that belt. They win the belt. They win the Natsupoi. Life is back the way it's supposed to be to start the new year. Beautiful. We've done it.
We've done
We
it.
figured it out. I didn't like it until just then. It just boom, it hit.
The thing I've been saying for 10 minutes.
Yeah, everything you just said, I agree with. Yeah, well, because the timeline didn't make sense. I wasn't thinking into the future of Natsupoi and Tam holding on to the belt in December.
You're gonna go the opposite way with it. You're gonna be like aghast. You're like human sacrifices, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria,
Oh,
anarchy.
tell them about the giant Twinkie.
Okay.
Oh no,
Oh, you're talking about
that's not Julia's bear pose.
Julia doesn't do bear pose, but she does.
I'm not even
She
sure that's
tight.
safe for YouTube. How much
She
YouTube
does. She
trouble do you
does
want to get
teach.
yourself in?
What? Appreciating Julia probably teaching Tai Chi how to black pop.
Julia. Well, they're having all those matches where those shows where they're working together. So Tai Chi and Sonata start doing their peck popping battle for the 80th time in a row, and then Julia comes out. Boys, step aside. All right, make that big again. Boys, step aside. Oh man. What's the -5? Did you give her -5 health?
Yeah.
Sonata Tai Chi, eat your hearts out. Do
This
more.
is
You need
this
more
is the
push-ups.
reason. This is the reason why we don't do monetization anymore, to give the people what they want. So, while you're hypnotized by Julia, if you wanted to slide over to her Ko-Fi or coffee, whatever you want to call it, just saying.
ko-fi.com/stardom fan. Be the first one to put $2 into the coffee bid. We'll end up with some kind of. If you're gonna
What
make
the?
high quality gifts like that, you might as well do a Patreon and just throw them on there.
Do you think the context of whatever why this is happening makes it worse?
I don't know. I'd like the people that because people just jump in and out and they're like, oh, it's just dudes talking and not like Stardom people, and then they just
Yeah.
like see
Oh,
like but then just watch this screen, be like, oh my god, what is happening here? This is why you've been
yeah.
flagged as not safe for anybody on the internet.
Not safe for the internet. That
you
did happen.
you you have been voted by YouTube official as not safe for the internet. You know what? You know what's even funnier than that is Lady C's face the entire time. She's confused, and she's like, she's still not sure about it.
Yes.
Start a family fans. We're almost there.
Stardom. Oh, thanks for. I would never bring this up. Someone didn't say that. You guys start. I'm just gonna start a poll. Hang on. Keep people entertained. I can't think and type at the same time.
Oh, that's fine. Hey man, well, Jesus Christ, there's just a fucking big ass Julia on my screen, but you put it there for a reason. The just to close it out, like sort of podcast style, and then we'll do it. I'll do an outro when it comes to it, but I didn't actually recap the. I think the red side like I did the blue side for people that aren't watching. We had in number one for the red side. I can't remember because Julia's in the way, but it was Utami, the team of Utami and Sayakamatani
Lady C
Aphrodite.
doesn't know what's going on.
Oh, Lady C is so confused. Number two on the red side, we
Jeez.
believe is
Oh,
going. What's up? Oh, Peck
keep
Pop
going.
and double speed. Number two on the red side.
Even better. Keep going. I'm just
Hard.
playing with my action figures.
You're playing with your toys. That's what's fun about. That's what's fun about Roll20 is that it's literally just like playing with toys. Number two on the red side. Well, it's very distracting that I'm trying to look at.
This is what I spent a lot of today and yesterday doing.
For those of you that listen to the podcast only, and there is a good
Those
handful
of you that love Stardom.
there is there is people that listen to podcasts, and I'm one of them. And so I usually it's funny whenever there's a YouTube video and like a podcast version, I'm usually just going to listen to the podcast. This might be one of those days where you podcast fans go to youtube.com and search up Stardom Fan or go to stardomfan.com and click on the YouTube link.
Yeah, why don't
Because
you describe what's happening on the screen?
I can't. I can't even get through. I want to fucking say who's the standings for the goddamn Red Stars, and I can't because you keep putting weird things in my face.
I'm not doing anything.
My partner is trolling the fuck out of me.
I can't click on anything else. By the way,
Did I say who number two was yet? Tam Nakano and Natsu Point. Number three, Black Desire. Number four.
there you go. Does that help?
No. Cover him up. Like a stripper in Canada. Komomo. Mayu Iwatani at number four. Number five.
What the fuck is happening?
Oh, now they're on his shoulder. It's like the good. It's like the good. What the
Good
devil
Kuma,
and the
bad
angel.
Kuma?
I actually think if you're gonna do the shoulder gimmick, Micah needs to be on one shoulder and Himika needs to be on the other shoulder.
Well, she's peeking behind Lady C.
Well, I do like that. Well, they copy and paste the son of a bitch. She could be two places at once. But if you're gonna have
Right,
an angel and a devil on the shoulders, I didn't mean copy and paste Julia. Oh, this is getting horrible.
Well, it's done is done.
This is, you know,
Continue with your ranking. Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. My number five. Number five is Shuri and the Karate Kid. Number 6, Thekla and Julia. Number 7, Saki Kashima. I just see Julia winking at me. Saki Kashima and Fukigen Death with My Fair Lady coming in last place.
Huh?
Oh, my head hurts. This is literally turning into one of those visual novels that costs $2.99 on fucking Steam that like is rated MA. YouTube's gonna make people put in their birth date before they click on it if you keep this up.
All right, at number 2, Black Desire.
I got through it, but if you
Oh,
wanted to, I think I finally got through it. The through the magic of
because
editing, it'll sound normal
I was too
on the
busy
podcast
trolling you
side.
to figure out.
With my Hemi winning this whole thing and becoming the next number one contender to Natsupoi and the cult leader Tam Nakano's Goddess of Stardom belt.
And we'll get what. We kind of had a. My dream scenario is like people, cosmic angels, like open their eyes to the brainwashing that's been going on, and they just make Saki the new leader. Hikari can be the new mascot.
All right. What kind of, other than moving your pieces around, like that Micah's pretty funny the way she climbs around though. Like watching my that is sort of funny. However, yeah, well, while you're playing with your pieces, everybody needs to stuck
It's
around.
so hard to. It's so hard to like keep moving them around because I'm trying to like make them smaller. And it's like, yeah. Anyways, thanks.
Yeah, your listen is as funny as it sounds. Like I said, we're nerds, so we're playing our game here on Roll 20. I have the power to move them around, but I don't have the power to, since your listen is Dungeon Master, I don't have the power to shrink any of
Oh.
things to help you
Uh,
out there.
this is sponsor us, Roll20.
You know, that was I was almost half thinking about that because you know, Roll 20 is everyone
What
that watches a D&D feed since the pandemic. Everyone's doing Roll 20, right? But no one's like using Roll 20 like this. I mean, for heaven's sakes.
Better. Oh. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. There we go. I just this. Oh. I want to censor out of here. ADC. I'm with like this Roll20 thing is like there's like layers I keep going around.
All right. The people in chat. Thank you to Enigma, Abzo, Euro or Gyro video streams. Sebastian, who said when I believe when he said that everyone has an opinion even though it's super wrong. I think he was talking about you and Juno. So I don't think it was
Me.
me. So that's fine. Uh, boys, thanks for hanging out. I don't Mr. S stopped in for a second. I didn't have my chat up the entire time. That's nice. Revolution to Evolution popped in to say Starlight Kid better win. I wish.
I just like my Hemi winning it all.
I didn't want to gloss on Enigma's slight flex of. I think it went under. Oh, Hendrix, shout out. Um, I think Enigma's going to the Stardom New Japan show tomorrow in New York. I believe that's what he said when he
The
said I get to
Stardom,
watch him
the
live.
Stardom New Japan
Yeah,
show.
the Stardom show where they're letting New Japan play too. I don't know if it was today's thing. I always watch everything late, anyways. Today's Show, or was it Today's Show or Tomorrow's Show? You put Kylie Ray, Smiley Kylie, with fucking Stardom girls. I'm like, yes, please, take all my money. Fight TV.
Right?
I'll see you over the weekend. Yeah, dude. Like Enigma does talk for. I know we say it every time. He does talk for glory, and if you end up going to that show, man, like I don't know, on one of our find a way to share because I want to take a bunch of pictures. I'd love to see your Instagram or whatever you do. If you take pictures of the live show, that'd be fucking awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and if you end up with like autographs or selfies or like autographs, I'm in New York too. We can meet halfway, like maybe Albany or Syracuse. All right, it's probably closer to me, but
I really don't know what
He's
to
going for
say.
the Mina handshake.
I mean,
We don't know what Enigma looks like, but if on the stream or we're watching the pay per view tomorrow, if you see a guy in the front row like doing the Mina shake, I'll be like, oh, there's Enigma. What? Hey, what? I
shaking.
know you gotta pimp your own stuff, but if you're making a sign that says your website, I mean, if you made a sign and flipped it around that said StardomFan.com, that wouldn't hurt either. I was hoping they'd come a little bit north. Being in the suburbs of Niagara Falls, I don't under I wish I understood geography better. It's like easier for me to it's just as quick for me to go to like the pay-per-view they had in Washington than it is for me to go to New York City. I'm like, how does New York to New York so far away?
It's. Oh, I think you're being a baby. It's only like a 7-hour drive.
A
That's an
babe,
extra 2 hours to drive anywhere in the city.
for the fans that are older, I used to do that when WWE WWF it probably was at the time New York was open. We used to just drive down there in my early 20s just to watch like Sunday Night Heat, have a shitty overpriced hamburger, and then like every now and again they'd have a wrestler in the WWE New York restaurant, and then we just book back. Back when sleep didn't matter, when you're young. Just like literally drive down, spend 3 hours in New York City, and then drive back. Oh yeah, that's right. Hendrix is you have a Tampa boy by you. The St. Pete show, is that the one you went to?
Um, last time maybe. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's the one where you
I was
got
trying
the
to think when the last time because I was like, it came to
well, you
it
cleaned up
came
the
to
screen.
St.
What
Pete.
happened? You cleaned up the screen. I got so confused. I'm like, what happened here? I now I can take an
Uh,
actual photo of what the screen looks like.
um, 20 is the best. So they came to St. Pete, and then they're like, "We're gonna come back," and then like COVID happened. We're coming back. Probably figured that's where it started.
Well, other than a good night, is there anything you wanted to share? Do you have anything on your mind?
Um, yeah, lots of stuff to know about. Talk
You
about.
rolled down the subway stairs. The news is funny. Aren't people like pushing people on like subway train tracks and stuff in New York because New Yorkers are crazy? And Maya was like, oh, she
As
thought it
they
was a ride. She's like, I'm next. I'm next.
is New York City is such a crazy place. Like you would hear of a guy running over like 75 people with his SUV, and you're like, oh man, is it like a terror attack or something? He's like, no, this guy was just fucking late for work and sick of the traffic.
Yeah. And then come to find out, well, you said SUV. I would say then to come to find out it was just one of those little motor scooters.
It's awesome, dude. You better have a truck for sign somewhere.
Yeah, Papa, that'd be so funny. Mina does that
Um,
broken English. Ladies and gentlemans. How funny would that be? Ladies and gentlemans. Please
nice.
welcome them to Enigma V4 and Talk for Glory.
You'll get to see Waka. Like that'd be cool. My favorite New Yorker.
Yeah, that's true. Her New York accent's one of my favorites.
It's the best New York accent.
Well, I had a lovely
Waka,
evening.
what do you think about these two wrestlers? Yes. Did you
Yeah.
think what can Mayu do to make a comeback in this match? Mayu is a good wrestler. And you know what? She was still 10 times better than Stu. Fuck Stu.
Yeah, fuck Stu.
Um,
And with that, I'd like to thank you. Good night. Going bon moi. Go to StardomFan.com. Now I'll do a podcast outro like when it goes up for the other peoples. But I got nothing else. That was fun. My Himmy's gonna be the next tag team champions by the end of the year. That's good to know. Which is it means Julia probably weasel her way into the red belt, so Donna Del Mondo will become super strong.
you know the best part? Are we still alive?
Yeah.
Okay. You know the best part about using Roll20 when I go to do my D&D game tomorrow, I can just pop this out whenever I want. Now it's just in my library.
Mayu at the wrong arena. How funny would that be? She just like does a run in at a fucking WWE show or something. Like she looks around, like, oh no, my name is Mayu Iwatani Mayu. Oh no, I got yeah. We're gonna call it I'm gonna call it a night as you put your pieces back on the board.
I can just use this anytime I want now.
Yeah, that's what's fun about this. Yeah, it's a super fun program. Was it? You want to talk about what would this be like the Matrix, where they just the bad guy just keeps spawning, except you just keep having him spawning up. I'll tell you what. I hope they Stardom does a lot of fun YouTubes because they have YouTubes like when they came to New York in the past. So I'm sure they'll take advantage and do some photo shoots and that kind of fun stuff. But it would be fun to see them do a little bit of the sightseeing things. I don't know. The girls are sort of goofy
Yeah,
out in real life.
last time they were in New York, they did a whole thing.
Mayu goes to Buffalo and smashes through a table. Give me that. Take all my money. I'll find
Oh,
whatever. I'll find wherever she is for that one.
it would be amazing.
And we're easy over here at Buffalo. All she has to do is come out with a Josh Allen jersey, and it could even have the wrong number and be spelled wrong, and we'll still cheer for her.
He doesn't have to even wear the jersey.
No, she do everyone that comes down here just basically if like any stage show, did they just say even I saw Alice Cooper, even he
I
said
was
it at the end
say,
of his show. He goes, "Bills win the Super Bowl," and then everyone goes home happy. It's like ah.
say Buffalo, New York, my favorite Canadian city.
I saw. Did you play that for me? I found out. I ended up watching something that it was some comedian that said Buffalo, my favorite Canadian city. That shit was funny. But yo, I would like to say goodnight to everybody, and then I'll mute my mic, and you could keep playing and say goodnight as long as you want if you're having fun.
I mean, he closed it out, but oh, you know what else is cool about Roll 20? Now that I'm thinking about it, Oop, yeah, I can go. I can just start throwing up all my pictures. We got Mayu and Pochi. What else, you guys? What else do I get? Um, ooh, this is a cool GIF. I'm gonna break roll 20, just throwing up GIFs, guys. Mayu ends up near the Statue of Liberty. Mayu's gonna end up accidentally on an island. I can see that happening. I can see Mayu accidentally ending up in the what is it, the little torch at the Statue of Liberty, the thing that's been closed since like 1973. It's like, oh, I thought this was where the match was. You definitely gotta try to get a picture with Mayu. That would be the coolest thing of all time. I would trade my selfie with Tanahashi for a picture selfie of me with Mayu, like, down the street leaving the arena. Arthur Ashe Stadium. Or Hamika's. Pochi. Actually, that's a good question. Pochi, who do you guys think is the best dog in wrestling, right? We got Pochi. We got Larry the dog. Who else is there? There's Pharaoh, Cody's dog. Dogs. Holy shit! Somehow Mayu would do. Mayu probably could do a moonsault off the top of the Statue of Liberty and not get hurt somehow. Hey, oh well, there's a GIF. I don't know why it's so tiny. Here we go. Good. That's a good GIF, huh? 20. Well, 20 is good. Just like I'm just uploading my computer at this point. I get Utami.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Just uploading my things.
That's pretty funny. I might as well chat with people
Unagi's
while you're
fox.
having fun.
Yeah. Does a fox count as a dog?
Probably.
Talking about who do you think the best dog in wrestling is? You got Pochi.
Jesus Christ.
There's another Pochi. You got Arrow, Cody's dog. We got Larry the dog. Nagi's foxes. That is weird as shit though. Like having foxes as pets. It's an interesting. Turns out now that I'm going through, pretty much all of my photos are just of Utami.
So trying to share everything.
These are why I do the community posts, by the way.
I am excited. Enigma, if you're still out, are you gonna do a show? Talking about your New Japan Stardom experience. That's something I would love to listen to live. I did. That would have been 2018 when they were torn together, War of the Worlds or whatever. Ring of Honor and New Japan came to Buffalo, and that was super fun. Like God came, Sonata was there. Oh, it was fun seeing those guys.
Dude, you were telling me about Mayu. You're watching Ring of Honor like years before we knew what Stardom was.
Oh my God, yeah, Ring of Honor was my. Yeah, Mayu was the Ring of Honor champion. She was. That's where I first learned about her. I was like, who is this girl? She's amazing. Oh, cool. We're gonna have cell phone entrances on YouTube. Nice. That's my favorite
Nice.
type of entrance. POV from the fans. I love it. All right. We got some videos to steal.
Claim as my own.
Well, all you gotta do is mirror it and say you're on the other side of the building. Man, I didn't even see you. I was like right on the other side.
And we must have been sitting right next to each other the whole time.
Oh, that's funny.
I wish probably a command. I'm just like playing with Roll 20 just to learn how to like put stuff on the map.
That's how you're learning for
This
your game.
oh, I like to think of that that's a cool picture. Fury 3 belts.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was when like she didn't lose. Now she's a red belt champion. She's booked 50-50.
She had 3 belts and 2 of them were. You know what? Not
Well,
did
yeah,
we
two
fuck
of them.
up?
Well, she was the tag team
Did
champion by herself for half the year.
we fuck up the? Did we mess up the power rankings that bad?
Yeah, I
She
fucking
was the
told you.
tag. He did say she was gonna win by single hand.
I told
Be
you she
better with
could have
half the
won.
team.
Well, the problem is she's in the red block. I told you she could have won the blue block by herself.
The problem is she has a tag partner that might get pinned. Could have just entered by herself and had a shot.
Yeah. Hey, the kid will be good. The kid will be fun.
Ellis. Checked. You were telling me about New Japan, and I'm like, oh, that seems like that New Japan seems cool. And I'm checking the shows. The first time I ever got to watch like New Japan, and then I'm like, oh, cool. And then there's like nothing new to watch. And I was like a week after me watching New Japan, and I'm like, when's the next show? I'm like, oh, it's today. That's cool. Oh, it's in Tampa. Man, I guess I'm going down or whatever. I'm going to St. Pete.
Oh, that's so funny. And you ended up on their TV. It was definitely one of those weird moments where you were on the TV getting a selfie with Tanahashi with the your camera showing you get like it's definitely pretty funny.
And
Meeting
yeah.
Tanahashi's pretty funny. But I think we've told the story before that in the next day I had a selfie with Danhausen. So I won.
Yeah. He said, my buddy got a selfie with Tanahashi, so I'm getting one with you. And he looked at you like this asshole.
Yeah, Danhausen like he broke character for a second when he pretty much told me I was the prick. Well, no, I mean it was sort of fun. Well, he did use his regular voice though. I was like, my buddy. I did say that. I was like, my buddy got a selfie with Tana yesterday, so I got a selfie with you. I got to share with him. And he looks at me and goes, and he just sort of looked and was like, yeah, that's not the same thing. Like that's still funny. A picture's a picture taking a picture a video of a pitcher taking a picture. It was definitely something happening.
Video taking a
By
picture.
Abzo. We should
Taking a
probably call it a
picture.
night too, but now it's just gets to the point where it's fun shooting the shit, telling
Wait,
stories. Como should be the if anyone was gonna take the futures belt from Hanan, Como would have been probably the one to not upset me.
yeah.
And the fact you had me convinced it was gonna be Miyu a couple months ago.
Yeah, and I forgot that she already had another title match set up on the next show. Oh shit, Hanan's gonna lose to Miyu, and I'm like, wait, it's already happened. How can I use any of this for my D&D game?
I put Kuma Ref in mine. Yeah, Ami was funny because she's been like booked and wrestled as like a big girl with experience, and she's one of the Shuri's two bodyguards. Now she's the futures champ. It's like the participation award. It's like, come on, leave it for the kids. The fact that Hanan doesn't have it anymore just means she's up ready for bigger and better things. That's all that means. If Hanan
right?
Hanan, I would love life if she had a white belt by this time next year. That'd be amazing.
Well, Tommy decided that she didn't want to play with the features belt anymore, and then just went on the red belt.
That's Utami just breaks every mold because when we talk about Ami having the futures belt, we're like, well, if she's booked like Hanan, she's never gonna win. And then because she has the futures belt, but then we're like, well, when Utami had the futures belt, she never lost anything, and then she just held every belt at once.
Right? She won. She decided to win every single belt in Stardom, and then drop them all to go for the red belt.
Yeah, it's like I don't need these.
Right now, she decided to just do the icon route. Like she's just happy wrestling in tag matches. No one was happier to wrestle than Utami. First 3 months after she lost the red belt and got to do bullshit tag matches.
Enigma brings up a good take. Well, it's more of a reminder. He said, an ad for the SWA, which I mean, I don't care what belt she holds, but you did notice the past couple times you've seen Mayu, she hasn't been wearing her SWA belt. Are they pretending that doesn't exist? As Mayu goes
Oh,
for the or goes for and
she,
wins the IWGP belt, even though we're a show behind and she
I,
might already be knocked out.
I live a life of wars. Enigma gets to see IU wrestle for the SWA belt in person. That's cool.
Oh, is she defending it tomorrow?
It's the first time she's allowed to see a foreigner in 8 months. They got they so she beats Thekla and they think, oh, that's cool. Mayu's the SWA champion because we must have heard that they can let people into the country again, and that didn't happen. Thekla gets hurt, so they can't even wrestle for it anymore. And they're like, well, shit. All right, well, what do we do next month? Well, Fukigen, we can just have a wrestle Fukigen. And then that was the end of the SWA belt. There was no one else for her to fight.
Yeah, because Fukigen's from like an alien, and Shuri was a like a cop out because she's like it's acceptable to say like mixed race, right? So like she could literally fight anybody, and then Thekla was an obvious choice. But yeah, you're right. There's like, well now a Japanese woman has it, and there's like she ran out of opponents. Hurry, go to America. That's why I thought it made sense for Mayu to have it because then she could do like a Stardom America tour. But obviously, I guess that's why it makes sense for her to win the IWGP too.
Right?
Put the icon over here for a little bit.
I think Mina wants to do a world tour. What do you think about Unagi?
Yeah, Stardom News doesn't say anything. I have to go to the Japanese dirt sheets. I'm sure anyone still left in the chat knows Unagi news. I have no idea though.
She said she's still a part of Cosmic Angels.
Yeah, she's still on the website, right?
Yeah. Doing what
Tanahashi
does
and
she call her?
Mayu. Goddamn right.
What does she call herself? Like
The freak who flies.
no, she's the not a she like assesses people.
Mina as an SWA champ sounds just fine. Like it actually sounds like the perfect belt for her. I do like that.
As well win the red belt.
Unagi went to the Indies? Why? Can she make more money
Well,
doing that? Well, you told me like you look up Saki's stats. You said like Capital Saki from Colors wrestles like 18 times a day.
maybe she saw Saki's paycheck.
She's like going from gymnasium to cafeteria and then wrestling at Korakuen. That's a good payday.
Well, she said something. She's like, "Hey, your favorite pro wrestling? Any ex wrestler? It could be me." How they do like instead of just saying who it's gonna be, like mystery wrestler X
Yeah,
could be Unagi. Show up anywhere.
she wants to get better. Huh.
She wants to get. She doesn't think she can get better by wrestling the best wrestlers in the world.
Marvelous. With the chipmunk looking lady with the red hair.
Chipmunk.
I always thought she looked like a chipmunk with that red hair. I don't know what it was. Like Alvin. I was like, hey, it's Alvin coming to the ring.
Maybe she joins Colors. It's the start of the reverse brainwashing.
That's the problem with us not being Joshi Pro Wrestler fan. When they take a break from one thing, we don't know where they went. Like literally, all that exists is my brain is like Stardom. It's actually sort of same with the Japanese scene. Like I'll listen to the wrestling news AV show, and they'll be like, also in in Japanese news, DDT and this and that. And I'm like, huh. There's other wrestlers, and Kojima's wrestling in a
There's
different.
other
Yeah, there's
wrestlers
other
in
wrestlers.
Japan.
Yeah, Japan's not that big. I've said, like, why would anyone just not wrestle for New Japan and Stardom?
I like the idea if anyone's what's happening.
Hanan
I mean,
finished the 5-star undefeated in the last 2 matches. It is our
he did.
thought that if the 5-star went for another 6 months at that rate, she would have earned enough points to win the whole thing.
I like how Hendricks can't deny that she was a chipmunk. Can't. I get to team up with Mayu, and I'm like, why?
I don't think I meant that in a bad way.
Oh,
Maybe I
it's
did. I don't know. It's 1 o'clock.
actual.
Yeah. I don't like the fact she was injured. When she was in the tournament, last year's tournament, she had, I think she ended up having like she won one of the awards for like one of the matches of the year. Probably versus
Yeah,
Shuri, right? Did her and Shuri go to a draw? She
it
almost was.
was.
She actually had the ability to keep Shuri out from winning it, if that sounds right.
I don't think that's right. It
No,
probably is.
because
I remember them
I
them
think they
having
ended
a
up
good
going to a
match.
draw, but I could be thinking of something else.
Yeah, another Julia gif. She's all about the muscles.
I like her better when she looks like a normal person without all the dreadlocks and the eye patch.
I like her.
Yeah, I just like her. Love, love, love. And for those of you that don't love me, watch me anyways.
Isn't that the guy from the New Japan game? What they just got? All he does is like clotheslines, big ass guns.
Yeah, he's another like ripped old dude. He wrestled in WCW. He's been around forever. Like if you have the
Yeah,
old N64 games, I think he was in like the WCW versus NWO game too. Like he's fucking awesome.
just know from the Strong Spirit games, like, what's the most important part about doing a lariat? And he's like, size of the bicep, obviously.
That's awesome. That does make sense. If Julia can't win Tag League, my Himi should, because Julia knows how to beat them. Then she can take the belts. And she'll be Julia. Then they'll win the artist belts. They'll be Julia 3 belts.
She's probably gonna be. She's probably just gonna win both tournaments, both for Cinderella again. Launch for the white belt.
Cushion was a fossil.
Oh,
That's how you know I'm the old guy. I'm like, I used to play him on my N64. I know that 23 years ago, that 64 might have just started.
yeah, and he was
It's probably his first system.
probably like 35 then.
There's going to be a time where Julia's. Doesn't it feel like Julia? I don't know what's stopping her from being sort of the face of the company, other than the fact that her
The fact
face
that
and
her
gimmick changes like daily. Like, yeah, you never know what
now
she's gonna look like, but she definitely
Uh,
is presented and presents herself as a star most of the time.
she is the face of the company. She was gonna win the 5-star last year if she didn't have a neck injury.
Yeah, that alternate
It would have been
universe.
it would have
No.
been Tommy versus. Actually, it probably Tommy would. They would have found a way to make you Tommy lose before that anyway. Do you,
Hey, do you like Julia yet? I feel like they said that. I remember hearing news stories like on fucking who's the fucking guy on the Observer radio that we used to listen to? Semper Vivi and Valley, Jim Valley. Those were like the Japanese guys. And when Shuri hit the scene, they were all in on her, and she was, I believe, getting the push to, you know, take over, if you will, and feels like she's always just right there. She's a good support player, I guess. I don't
she,
know. She definitely she's there's something about her. She's
I'm not.
goofy. I don't know if it's the different look on a daily basis, the eye patch, the dreadlocks, the blonde. I mean, I don't know. Everyone else looks the same every day. You never know what you're getting with her. You know what
I
for
mean,
Mama always said, life is like a box of Julias. You never know what you're gonna get.
you don't have to like it, but I'm just telling you, she is the face of the company, and she's going to be for a very.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a gif. Should be. This is the real. It should be. See, the problem is there's a lot of people. Like, I don't blame Unagi for leaving because let's say she was like argument the best wrestler in the world. She's really not, and she never will be because Mayu. That's the problem with Stardom. It's like no matter how good you get, not Mayu.
I think it's cool if if she like actually went to be better. I mean, she is like older as far as I guess on the older level, but that's still cool. And then it goes to the point where like, do you want to be the best wrestler in a slightly less like federation or
You want
or
you
do
want
you?
to be wherever you make the most money, I think. But big fish, small pond, baby.
She's also 1/3 of literally the greatest um trios champion in Stardom history, right? Like they have the most wins and the longest time, the Angels, with her, Mina, and Sam.
Yeah, she was there.
Yeah,
Like, was definitely there. That's a funny thought. I did say I think it's funny we did the timing of our thing where we did the meet the wrestler Nagi and we're like, yeah, she says eventually she wants to just travel all over the world and then that interview we got that from years ago and that eventually was like 2 weeks after we put the podcast up.
well, I like that interview, and well, that's what put in my head when you see her stop showing up. I figured, well, she's on to another endeavor. But it's nice to hear that she's still
Julia is the
dropping double leg
Stardom
drops.
Charlotte Flair. You mean she's the fucking best wrestler in the world? I always loved the I never got the Charlotte hate because she is the best female wrestler of all time. So obviously she's gonna win every match that she's in.
And wrestling fans are funny. Charlotte comes back after a that is terrifying. Charlotte comes back after a hiatus and then like automatically gets whatever championship she wants. I'm like, and I agree with you. It's because obviously she is amazing and literally makes every piece of shit wrestler she wrestles in the federation look good.
This is what you see. This is like when you get waken up by your phone because there's a Ring doorbell alert at 4 a.m.
Oh my goodness. And on that same note, it's that's how, a few years ago. That's how you know that Charlotte was so good. Is that she convinced me back in like 2018 or whatever that Sasha Banks was amazing when they had that feud for 6 months. It's like, man, Sasha and Charlotte forever. And then Charlotte like stopped wrestling her. I'm like, oh, Sasha's not really very good.
Who's the main guy?
Oh, it might be me. Is it?
Cause you're doing okay. So you're running the stream. I'm just putting dumb shit on there.
Oh, then maybe you're the main guy because you're running everything off my stream. Hi, I'm Mark. Am I the one that's too low? Stereotype. Staring contest. Go. Hendrix is funny. The second guy is perfect, though. Well, if someone's perfect, I'm assuming it's me.
Put it up some DBs.
Oh,
I'll if I'm
no, you know what it is. Well, it's funny. It wasn't happening all night. It's almost funny. I don't know if your microphone maybe even just moved a little bit, but I heard a little bit on that last sentence. It's almost like it's a Discord. It's not like anything else, but like a either where your microphone is, or like the Discord setting, which I wouldn't say mess with at this time of night. Like you're just cutting off a little bit.
that or I'm probably sleepy.
For what it's worth. No, Heartless says, no, you're fine, Mark, out of context. I think I cut that out and just put it on the website. That's one of the nicest things anyone said to me.
Oh no.
My wife, my wife said, yeah, you're fine. Discord is sometimes
Yes.
garbage.
It is the worst.
We do have that discussion a lot. I'm like, why does everyone use this? Why do we still use this? Everyone uses it, and we have so much problems. I don't know. It's like I tell you what, I'm gonna go back to TeamSpeak like a fucking old man. I'm making my own TeamSpeak server. We never had these problems.
I think I was trying to mess with my settings so that I didn't get any background noise or hearing me breathe or.
No, actually, for the most part, you
Cannot.
sounded good. It's actually just it's sort of yeah. Now, unless I just notice it now, but yeah, no, but I'm not too worried about it. We're just finding out talking to people. It's fun. It's no TeamSpeak. Hey, running your own TeamSpeak server was boss. Like, because if it screwed up, it was your fault. You were running the server. Oh, here we go. Enigma trying to teach us something new. He didn't lead me astray on putting our podcast on Anchor. All right, now I gotta put him on the payroll. All right, put us over there.
that was a hookup for sure.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that this thing is letting me upload so much stuff. It said I ran out of space and I barely anything, and now I can just keep like uploading GIF after GIF.
I did find that funny. It took me about 6 months worth of making battle maps before it told me I ran out of room. I didn't know how you did it in an afternoon. Like what? Like you put a lot of Stardom pictures on this site.
Enough where they're like, listen, you're gonna have to pay us.
I
Getting too expensive.
know the joke's on you. You already paid them. Like everything you bought, you put a module in. You haven't used Roll20 for free yet.
Go also turn off echo cancellation.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, you prick?
That seemed
Well, echo cancellation is more as if it doesn't really happen with your headphones. Like with
definitely
uh,
was on.
yeah, that's one of those things. Like if your headphones are too loud and then it comes back through your mic, that doesn't happen too often. Fiadrix, I know anyone who's responsible should be calling it a night. I'm with you. Oh, Ali
Remember,
Kababa? Is that what they were called?
remember when you were trying to tell me that Shuri is serious.
Yeah, I always thought Shuri. I think Shuri. Yeah, you convinced me that Shuri's a goofball. This was probably her idea. Not only that, this was their final entrance together. This was like their entrance after 6 months, their final entrance together, and then Julia went and got pinned by fucking Koguma.
Pretty cool dance though. They probably came up with it like on the way to the arena, and they nailed it better than Cosmic Angels 8 months of practice.
And we are like, yeah, roll the dice, drive the car. Here we go.
Oh, I appreciate it. We can't even get our friends to tell us if we sound good. I'm like, hey, can someone just get on for like 5 minutes so we don't like embarrass ourselves? And they're
Yeah,
like,
that's the
no,
first thing I said when we got on. I was like, "You guys are the producers. Like, I'll adjust the levels." Are we hating on Koguma now? Oh no.
no. I mean, I think there used to be a lot of hate. I think it shifted over to Azumi.
Yeah, I mean, you can't like everybody, right? What's the fun in that? You got to have someone to root against.
Yeah, that's true. And it they don't even have like standard babyface heels. Like say a Oedo tie, but then half the matches you don't even cheat and you don't interfere in tag matches as much as the other team. We're gonna break up pins. We gotta break up pins too.
Yeah, Oedo. Well, yeah, and Oedo Tai just turned into the instead of the fucking cheating blatantly and too stupid. Like
Starlight came around.
they got Starlight and Momo and turned into the cool bad guys. Saki Kashima was like, yeah, this is really fun. And even the clown got over for me. I'm like, I'll take a stupid clown with a newspaper. I'd sell it.
You know what's funny? All these different gifts and
Kumaref is
like
good. It's a
up.
classic. Oh wait, up 2013 Bullet Club. That's like fucking 2022 House of Torture. Shit.
I mean, it makes sense. Starlight goes to a Oedo tie. It doesn't. She had the option to go back to Stars and oh, I want to be the best wrestler in the company on my own. And then kind of did it. It makes sense from like the story they're trying to tell. Can't be. I mean, the rest of them cheat, but what does Starlight ever cheat? She takes a kick ass.
And as far as
Well,
being the
okay.
Azumi disrespect army, I mean, usually that's true. But
Wasn't
we did good today.
well. That's just because there's something about Miyu.
Azumi will get carried by Miyu.
What it is about Miyu, but it's like everyone seems to love her. Carry through the Zumi disrespect. I Nothing makes me happier than Kevin Kelly being hating evil.
Yo, he's so fucking funny, man. Like his matches. Oh man, when Evil, I forgot who he lost. I think he lost to.
He beat when he beat Sonata at like a big show. He's like, you obviously cheated because he.
Yeah, we start hearing
He's
like,
like,
"You son of a bitch!" It's like-
how dare you? How? Oh. And then Evil walks over to him because he's screaming at him, and he's like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
when Hiromu beat Evil, you would have thought earlier the year, you would have thought like, like it was the greatest, like a Super Bowl win. It was, oh my god! It's really cool. Kevin Kelly is the best.
He's also must know more wrestling than anybody on the planet because somehow he can tell the difference between a choke and a Greco-Roman throat hold. No, I can't.
The Greco-Roman chokehold. And with
And you
that,
can't match Mirai and Ami versus. Remember Shiri a random pay per view for free on YouTube, like the opening match they always give away for free, doing like a 3-on-1 handicap match and just that of whoever she was fighting. That was cool. I think we've been talking for like half hour too long.
No, that's cool. Yeah, it was fun. It's fun shooting the shit for a little bit.
Calls actual. Yeah, nothing makes me happier than when the heel is the first like it's a choke, and then the babyface gets payback. He's like, what? That's illegal. That's not a hair. He's not tugging the hair. He's grabbing at the base of the neck.
I used to like when Don Callis. I didn't like his last little like manager run in the states, but when he was in New Japan doing the stuff, the announcement with Kevin Kelly, they were so good together, and he was even fun because he was sort of like doing the Kenny Omega friend. So, you know, Kenny would have a match or whatever, and Don Callis would just sort of disappear and be like, "Oh, Kenny needs me," which obviously he wouldn't, and then Don Callis would just disappear for a match or two, and Kevin Kelly would be like, "Oh, of course you did." They were really good together.
Oh, Kevin Kelly doesn't need anybody else.
No, well, he does. Well,
But
it's Chris Charlton now, which helps because he like translates. But it was perfect. Well, the Don
Chris is
Callis
the.
thing was perfect because it was almost like the old school, like one you know face announcer, one heel announcer. So they were fun together.
I wish I could find the. I mean, it probably happens a lot, but there's one specifically in my mind where Evil wins a match, burn it in my brain, and Kevin's like, "Oh, you absolute bastard! You son of a bitch! Someone should jump the guardrail, kick his ass right now!" And then Chris is like, "Oh, there's nothing barricade between you, people right there." He's like, "You want to go? You want to go teach him a lesson?" He's like, "I'm good behind my plexiglass.
It's funny.
I'm behind my nice, safe little plexiglass bubble." Someone should really kick his ass though. Lesson. Oh, and Miho Abe. I like when he talks about Miho Abe.
the fir- I think it was Chris Charlton was bringing it up, and Kevin Kelly was. I don't either that or he's one of the funniest, best actors in the world. Give him an Emmy because I think Chris was like, "Oh, and Miho Abi." He's like, they start talking about, "Oh, she's beautiful, she's lovely, she's this or that," and then he's like, and then I think Charlton goes, "Don't go on her Instagram," and then a few minutes later, Kevin Kelly he either does or acts like he's on his phone. He's like, "Oh, that's not safe for work."
Dude, like 15 minutes later.
Miho for Cosmic Angels. It's so funny that like the people that follow each other because you follow them all on Instagram. Did you say like Utami likes a whole bunch of Mio posts and odd ones
Eight.
at that?
Yeah, I have the I have the screenshot. I
So funny. I'll end with this
sure her
story because I gotta call it a
sure her
night.
sure her fingers. What? Hey, oh, Miho Abe's and scroll through them and see which one new Tommy liked.
Oh, now you're really breaking up. So it's the perfect time to call it.
Why?
Well, I don't know why you're breaking up.
The whole
The
time or just at the end?
Now, it got worse as the night goes on. I'm blaming it on the Florida internets.
Blaming it on gifts probably taking up all my computer space. Do a restart.
That's a good question because unfortunately, the can I ask you guys a question? Who do you think will be the red belt after Julia? Anybody, please answer. My take, first of all, is sad because that automatically means we all agree that Julia beat
the
Shuri.
red belt, the red belt after Julia. It took me a minute.
That's what I mean. So that automatically means that Julia beats Shuri, which I think that's the way it's going to. Utami
Is
coming back to the top. I mean, I don't know who else like feuds with. I mean, who's the best Julia feuds? Is he like Tam Nakano? But I don't know. Tam Nakano, they're like even Julia. They seem like perfect white belt champions. You just give me Utami all day long. Utami and Shuri
probably
should be trading that belt for the next 10 years until they want to retire. That's fine with me.
Probably Kyrie and then Io.
Kyrie and then Io coming back. I think Io signed a long contract. Ah, shit. No, don't ask. Don't. Nico says, do I gotta say it? No, you don't. You don't gotta say it. Oh, that's funny.
Of all, like Unagi, god damn it, Unagi. If all the wrestlers to go travel around the world,
Momo
Zumi's a good
Watanabe's
wrestler.
Momo's a good thought.
Zumi's a good wrestler. Like, why doesn't she take her talents around the world?
You want to see Azumi travel the world and piss off for a little while.
Yeah, no, I want to see. She's such a good wrestler. I think she should just like leave Stardom and go all around the world.
Micah, are we the only
Um,
ones that like Himika better?
I was gonna say Himika.
I like Himika.
If we're gonna pick a new person,
Azumi for the red belt. For the love of God.
I think it's I think it's the slow play on Utami.
Utami's rise to greatness once again.
She's gonna win the goddess's belt with Saya for a little while. Probably get like the award for tag team of the year again, and then I'll go for the red belt. That's what she did last time she won.
Azumi, when she hits 40, will be the best wrestler in all time in terms of experience. Was that because she was technically pro at 12?
She looks she looks 12.
uh,
At me, looks like a
Momo,
12-year-old. Looks like
Momo,
she
I
looks the
can
same as
see.
she did when she started wrestling.
It's funny because it's tough to think of who top tier wrestlers. Like I don't even like Julia as the red belt. I literally like Shuri Utami. Momo
I
I sort of like. Micah or Himika I can see if they went on a really strong run. And then I don't know. Everyone else just they feel like white belt, like Saya. Maybe it's just because I mean the runs they've had with them, but Saya, uh, Tam, Julia, they just feel like white belt champions. And the white belt's not a bad belt. I mean, half the time they say it's more important, right?
yeah.
Give me the Intercontinental in the mid to late '80s. That was more fun to watch than the World Championship, right? Sometimes the white belt is the good stuff.
Hey,
If going back to white Micah the red belt gets us away from Azumi and the red belt, then we can talk. White belt is great. It's the working
I'll let
man's
you
belt.
on a little secret here. The only three people to ever successfully win the 5-star and then win the belt they challenged for were Tony Storm because Mayu like broke her arm, Ami, and then Sherry the next. So I think Sherry is she's gonna be champion.
Shuri is a 2-year champion.
Or 3 or 4.
Nah, because
Whenever she
we gotta see
whenever she
Tommy Shuri like
decides.
8. I'm not sick of that match yet. I want to see it. I want to
Oh,
see it 3 to 4 times a year for forever.
who is?
What's that?
Keep switching who the winner is.
Yeah, yeah. I almost don't even care who the winner is.
I just thought that was a funny. They've been doing the 5 because there's no way Tony Storm challenged Mayu Iwatani when he was, I think, Ring of Honor champion to like at her peak of her powers. Tony Storm was not beating Mayu, so the first person really to ever win the 5-star and then win further challenge.
It might be time to cut it because now you are literally gone.
Good because I wanted to stop talking. It's
But you had a
been
really
fun.
good point there. That was actually really good stuff. It's almost like what is I'd like to know what usually turns around after winning the Cinderella. I mean, Kamatani had the big Cinderella win last year. Didn't do anything with it until she had an amazing run in like the third quarter, and then ended up taking the white belt. And obviously, she's doing what she's doing, which is all the fucking awesome work.
Um,
But I can't see. With that being said, I can't see Mariah doing the same thing. Like, is it too late? Like, right? The comparison, like Mariah just seems so weak. Like, uh, okay, we know the Azumi has beaten Shuri twice thing. That was fucking. Quit living in the past. I looked them up too for one of the things we did. Like, you know what? She's not falling for that Azumi sushi roll up shit anymore.
the last five people to win the Cinderella have challenged.
Have challenged for what?
Oh,
Which one?
the white belt.
Well, there you go. Don't be mad at me. Yeah, well, that seems like it is. So the 5-star usually challenges for the red. The Cinderella challenges for the white. I feel like Mariah had a chance for it yet. I don't know. Maybe not. You are right though. They have had like 6 chances for the tag team belts this year.
Although Julia was the last person to win the Cinderella title.
That Florida internet though. Why don't we call it a night, brother? It's we're cool. It's fun hanging out with everybody though. Chatting through a storm. You met, actually I think the last podcast we put up was during Hurricane Ian, and he's on the suburb of Tampa. God bless. He didn't get the hard stuff, but you know, no hurricanes will stop our
No,
Stardom fan.
Florida internet. It's Florida. It's Florida Discord.
Florida Discord for the win. All right, should we just say good night now? Thank you for hanging
Yep.
out, everybody. Thank you, Juno, for a lovely evening of Stardom and everything else talk.